Hey guys, welcome. Today's a big one. This is our first short-form horror story on the channel, and I think you're going to love it. It's dark, unsettling, and it'll definitely stick with you after it's over. If you enjoy creepy tapes, psychological twists, and stories that mess with your head, you're in the right place. So grab your headphones, turn the lights off, and remember, some things are meant to stay hidden. This one's called Do Not Watch Alone. I hadn't been back to my grandmother's house in almost 8 years. Not since college. Not since I left this town behind thinking I had something bigger waiting for me. But now, she was gone. She passed in her sleep 3 weeks ago. Peacefully, the coroner said. Quiet and alone. The house still smelled like her. Faint lavender, old books, and something warm I could never name. She left everything to me. The house, the land, even her little yellow tea kettle with the chipped handle. I didn't argue, I just showed up, key in hand, and started sorting through her life, room by room. When I was a kid, she used to call me her shadow, always following her around, always asking questions. She'd read me old ghost stories by candlelight, just scary enough to make me hide under the blanket, but never too far away from her lap. She believed in things. Not in a crazy way, just quiet belief. She used to say, "Some things protect us when we're not watching. Don't ever try to watch them back." I never understood what she meant. Not until I found the tape. It was hidden in a taped-up shoebox in the attic. One tape. No case. No dust. Just a strip of masking tape on the front with 3 words written in thick red ink. Do not watch alone. I almost threw it away. I thought maybe it was just one of those old training videos she used to keep from her job. Safety protocols or fire drills or something outdated like that. But the handwriting caught me. It wasn't hers. My grandma wrote in soft cursive, loops and curls that looked like they belonged in an old cookbook. This was blocky, sharp, like whoever wrote it was in a hurry or angry, maybe both. Still, I brought it downstairs. In the basement, tucked behind a pile of Christmas boxes, I found her old VHS player, still plugged into the wall like she'd been using it. There was even a tiny TV beside it, one of those square ones with the curved screen and dials that don't really do anything anymore. I wiped the dust off the screen, popped the tape in, and sat down on the cold concrete floor. The screen stayed black for a second, then static, then home footage. It was my grandmother's living room. Our living room, exactly the way I remembered it as a kid. Same green couch with the floral cover, same bookshelf with the chipped angel statue, even the old quilt she used to wrap me in during thunderstorms. The camera was steady, like it had been set up on a tripod. No movement, no sound, just the room, empty. For about 30 seconds, nothing happened. Then someone walked into frame. A boy, maybe 7 years old. It was me. I don't mean it looked like me. I mean it was me. Same haircut, same clothes I used to wear, same little scar under the chin from where I fell off her porch swing. He walked across the room and sat on the floor right in front of the camera. He didn't speak. He just stared, not at the lens, not at the room, at me, through the screen, like he knew, like he'd been waiting. I leaned in closer to the screen. I remembered this, that little green rug beneath the coffee table, the tiny chip in the lamp base, even the crooked photo frame in the corner. All of it was exactly how it used to be. Except one thing, the window. In real life, there was always a big tree outside that window, huge oak, nearly 100 years old. It used to scratch the glass when the wind picked up. But in the video, there was nothing. No tree, no wind, just thick blackness behind the glass. Like someone had painted over it. I didn't notice it at first, but once I did, I couldn't look away. It wasn't just dark. It was moving, slow, almost invisible shifts, like something was brushing against the other side of the window. But the boy, the version of me, didn't seem to notice. He was still staring straight ahead. Then he tilted his head, just slightly, and smiled. Not big, not creepy, just wrong. Like it didn't belong on his face, like someone else was controlling it. I sat back. Suddenly the sound kicked in, static, sharp, loud, blaring, and then a voice, low and distant, like it had been recorded from another room. It only said 3 words. "He's still watching." Then the screen went black. I waited for the tape to rewind itself, but the screen stayed black. The player still whirred softly like it was moving, but nothing was showing. No video, no static, just pure, unlit silence. I sat there staring at the screen, trying to catch my breath. Then I noticed something. My reflection. It was faint, warped by the curved glass, but I could see myself. Knees pulled in, hoodie half-zipped, face pale in the glow of the standby light. Except, I wasn't alone. There was something else, just behind me, standing over my shoulder. It was small, short, and smiling. Not a ghostly blur, not some shadow in the dark. It was him, the boy, the same version of me from the tape. Only now he was in my reflection, not on the screen, not in the room, just in the glass, staring at me with that same tilted head, that same wrong smile. I whipped around, nothing, just the basement, cold concrete, cardboard boxes, a water heater humming like it always does. I looked back at the screen. He was gone. My reflection was normal again. But the smile still lingered in my memory. It wasn't just off. It was expectant. Like he was waiting for me to do something. Or like he already knew what I was going to do next. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that smile. Not on his face, but on mine. I told myself it was stress, grief, maybe even guilt. I had just inherited a house full of memories and silence. Maybe this was my brain's way of letting go. That would have been easy to believe. Until I found the second tape. It was there the next morning, sitting neatly on the kitchen table. Same shape, same faded black plastic. No dust, no label. I hadn't brought it there. I was sure of that. But it was waiting, like it had always been, like it wanted to be watched. I told myself I wouldn't, not after last night, not after what I saw. But I did, because deep down, some part of me needed to know. Why me? Why my childhood? Why now? I plugged it in. This time the screen lit up instantly. No static, no delay. Just a bedroom. Not my grandmother's, not mine. Something unfamiliar. White walls, peeling wallpaper. A ceiling fan spinning lazily overhead. And on the bed, someone sleeping. Face turned away. Covers pulled up to the shoulder. The camera didn't move, but the angle shifted like someone or something was filming from just a few feet away. That's when my stomach dropped. The blanket, the old red and brown one with the stitched corner, was mine. I still had it. I still slept under it. That room wasn't unfamiliar. It was mine. The camera zoomed in slowly. No sound, no music. Just the hum of the ceiling fan spinning in lazy circles. Then the sleeping figure turned over just a little. Enough for me to see the profile. It was me, still breathing, still asleep. The time on the bottom of the screen read, "Tonight, 3:11 a.m. I checked the time. It was 2:47. That gave me 24 minutes. I froze. Every logical part of me screamed to eject the tape, to break it, burn it. throw it out the window, and never look back. But I didn't. Instead, I watched. The figure on screen, me, kept sleeping, peacefully, unaware. Then the camera panned, just slightly, to the closet door behind the bed. It was cracked open just an inch, and inside, there was movement. A hand. Small, pale fingers curled against the edge of the frame. The same hand from the attic. The boy's hand. He stepped out slowly, 1 foot at a time, not sneaking, not rushing, just arriving. His head tilted the same way. His smile never changed. He walked toward the sleeping version of me, stood at the edge of the bed and leaned in, so close his face nearly touched mine. Then, the screen cut to black. A single line of text appeared. "You've seen enough. Now sleep." The tape stopped. I sat there, heart racing, cold sweat dripping down my back. Then a knock. 3 soft taps on the front door. I didn't move. It came again, louder, then silence. I forced myself to stand, every bone in my body heavy with dread. I walked to the door, hand trembling, and looked through the peephole. No one was there, except in the distance, at the end of the hallway, stood a small figure. Still watching, same head tilt, same silence. He didn't move, and I didn't open the door. I just stood there, watching him. He didn't move, didn't speak, just tilted his head like before. Then after a few minutes, he turned and walked away. I didn't sleep that night either. I stayed up, lights on, clutching the tape like proof that I hadn't imagined any of it. But when the sun came up, it was gone. The tape, the player, the little TV, all of it, vanished, like it had never existed. I tried to tell myself I was fine, that it was over, that whatever I saw, whatever I thought I saw, was grief, nostalgia, paranoia, all mixed together. And it worked. For a few days, until this morning. I went into the living room and turned on the TV, just static. I reached to change the input, and that's when I saw it. The reflection, not mine, his. Same face, same scar, same everything. But it wasn't me. He blinked on the wrong beat. He smiled just a little too long, and behind him I could see the house. My house. He was living in it, wearing it like a costume, and I was watching from the other side. So that wraps up this chapter. And if you ever find a tape with no label, don't watch it, because once you do, you're not the only one watching. If you want part 2, leave a comment and let me know. I already have the next tape. I just haven't played it yet.